Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the daily video forecast discussion for this Thursday, the 4th of June, 2015. And on your way out the door this morning, we have generally some mostly cloudy skies across the region. A little bit more clearing with partly sunny conditions out on eastern Long Island. A little bit of light rain now over LaGuardia Airport this morning, very isolated. Rest of the area generally partly sunny to mostly cloudy, and temperatures are ranging just below the seasonal averages for this time of the year at this time of the day. Temperatures are generally running in the mid to the upper 50s across the region, and we can see all the winds are light out of the northeast as high pressure continues to be in control. Morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com and digital atmosphere software shows the high pressure ridge off the coast of Maine with the northeast onshore flow here, marine air mass still in place. We find our wavering warm front with a storm system or upper low across the Tennessee Valley and its associated trough here along developing a wave of low pressure or multiple waves of low pressure along the Carolina coast with the frontal boundary extending out into the Atlantic. Some of the moisture from this and the northeasterly wind will feed in bouts of light to occasional isolated showers across the southern portions and central portions. Very little precipitation over the interior sections over the next 48 hours, and then we worry about this cold front that's coming through pretty much dry, but mainly scattered to an isolated shower on Saturday. We'll get into all of this in just a moment. Morning pass of the visible satellite this morning shows some breaks in the overcast across southern Connecticut and eastern Long Island. Mostly cloudy skies over the interior sections, a few breaks here and there, but nothing really remarkable here. Water vapor channel, that's a different story. Here's our upper level low now approaching Georgia and the Carolina coast, and it's igniting some lifting, but most of the lifting is out over the ocean and east where the frontal boundary is. But along this trough or inverted trough here, we're going to find a little bit of lifting here in the atmosphere, a little bit more stable conditions to the north and east. Radar mosaic is showing this nicely with some light rain and moderate rain across the Carolina Outer Banks area. We hone in on this nicely. We can see this across the region for the Carolinas here. And some of the spokes of moisture getting into, let's say, scattered about the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, the Western Virginia and Virginia, and even a little bit of light rain showing up on Doppler radar this morning. This is very light, scattered, isolated in nature across the region, out on eastern Long Island and south of the Forks as well. Pollen forecast for today through Sunday, the grasses will be quite high and the trees will be rather low today with the antecedent previous rain that we've had. They'll return to the moderate side tomorrow and they'll be rather high again on Saturday and Sunday. And we don't really have any weed action going on right now as we're still in the beginning stages of the summer season. Ultraviolet index forecast for your skin, it will be on the high side during today, a little bit lower than that during tomorrow at 4, and then back to 8 and 9 again on Saturday and Sunday. So you're still going to need some sunscreen after all. Skin starts to burn after 15 minutes on unprotected skin with no lotion. Surf zone forecast for the New Jersey and Delaware beaches for today. Generally cloudy skies, some scattered showers about, high temperatures in the lower 60s. Beach winds will be out of the east at around 15. Surf at around 4 foot with a dominant period every 7 seconds. Surf temperature around 60. UVI index is about 5, which is moderate. And there is a moderate risk of rip currents. Means that wind and wave action conditions support more frequent rip currents. Always have a flotation device with you in the water. Swim only in lifeguarded areas. There's no threat of lightning today. The next high tide at Belmar will be at 9:09 this morning and low tide at 3:12 this afternoon. Watch warnings and advisories. No airport delays or interior advisories today. These are mostly small craft advisories along the south shore and east ends of Long Island. And this will be in effect until 2 a.m. on Friday for east winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, and seas 3 to 5 feet. Along the New Jersey coastal waters, we have small craft advisories until 6 a.m. on Friday for generally east winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, and seas 3 to 6 feet. And on the aviational weather deck today, we have cloudy skies, which are forecast through tonight. Ceiling should vary between VFR and MVFR through the mid-morning around central and southern New Jersey terminals. In Pennsylvania, they should rise to VFR for late morning and early afternoon and evening. Ceilings are expected to drop again back to MVFR for tonight. Scattered light rain showers are anticipated mainly from this afternoon into this evening. They should have limited impact on the visibilities. Ceilings again forecast to favor MVFR range through today into this evening for Atlantic City and Millville. They may drop into IFR range for these two areas with scattered light rain showers expected through the day and perhaps even into tonight. A northeast to east wind will continue through the period, favoring 8 to 12 knot range at southern New Jersey terminals, and they should be mostly 4 to 8 knots north of that. Outlook for Friday through Friday night, periods of MVFR and IFR, highest chances from Philadelphia eastward, lowest confidence here on the northbound terminals. Saturday through Sunday night, VFR conditions, moderate confidence there. Monday we return to VFR only briefly, and MVFR and IFR, especially in the afternoon as a cold front approaches and could bring scattered showers and thunderstorms. Still some timing issues with the frontal boundary itself, and right now the highest chances of that would be across the western terminals. Right now, outside of Newark, we are at 57 degrees, the dew point 48, humidity 72%. The wind is out of the northeast at 12, fair weather. Scattered clouds, broken in ceilings at around 9,000 feet. Generally VFR in place, and most of today will feature that too. Philadelphia 59, dew point 52, humidity 77%. That's actually quite normal for this time of the morning. Wind out of the northeast at 9, a few clouds at 3,500 and overcast at 5,000. Again, the light rain shower activity for today, but mostly VFR conditions in place. High-resolution North American model suggests that basically most of the interior sections will be rain-free. However, coastal sections and around Philadelphia, some isolated to scattered showers, about 20 to 40% chance. And this would be through Friday morning. A better chance Friday morning, and some of the showers could get into the interior portions. Again, they're going to be isolated to scattered. A lot of places are not going to see any rain at all. Some places just very little, maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Any of the heavier downpours, especially along the coast, could make it up to about a half of an inch, but again, this is going to be localized. And a front will be approaching during Friday afternoon and Saturday, probably passing through dry Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon, and taking the low pressure area and all of the rainfall that was associated with it off the coast. And then fair weather coming in from most of Saturday right through Sunday. GFS maps into motion, high pressure marine layer in place. Here comes our inverted trough, spreading a little bit of light rain across central and southern New Jersey's coastal plain into southwestern New Jersey, maybe the Philadelphia I-95 corridor, again isolated to scattered in nature, very light. Heading up towards Friday afternoon, again, some of this could be making it away to the coast, and then eastern Long Island could get it clipped by a little bit of this. And then on Saturday, a cold front moves through the region in the morning. It's probably going to begin to dry out, but still a few isolated scattered showers or even a low-top thunderstorm are possible Saturday morning before everything begins to clear out by Saturday afternoon as high pressure over the Great Lakes builds east and then northeast, and then we get back into a marine air mass with northeasterly winds again for the Sunday afternoon period. So temperatures averaging below normal for the next 48 hours, going to near normal by Saturday and Sunday, and then back to slightly below normal Sunday night into early Monday, and then we really begin to warm up because we have another frontal system which will be approaching the region on Monday afternoon and Monday evening, and that will bring more widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms to the area, and high pressure builds in across the region. But this high is not dominated from the polar stream as much as it is from the Midwest, so it's going to be a modifying air mass in place, and temperature is going to begin to warm by the middle part of next week back into the 80s, which is probably around right near where we should be, around 80 degrees for afternoon highs. And that means an influx of moisture also coming in, but most of the region should be dry for the week, but mostly temperatures will be rebounding into the mild side. And then a warm air advection pattern will begin to set up as the next cold front approaches for next to Friday night and Saturday. It could be a little slow to get in here as a wave of low pressure develops over the Great Lakes, slows up the front, southwesterly flow. Mild conditions begin to infiltrate into the region by Friday and Saturday of next week, and then the cold front moves in for the latter part of next weekend, and that could bring isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region. So keep your umbrella handy, but you're not going to need it for every location, but it's best to just have it by your side, as any pop-up shower could locally be brief and, well, just get your hair wet probably, and your shoulders as well. So keep an umbrella with you. Better improvement weather over the weekend, and then next week a little bit more muddled. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Make it a great Thursday. We'll be back in video form tomorrow morning.